What if I told you there are digital product niches on Etsy right now making thousands of dollars a month, but nobody's really talking about them? Well, if you're ready to level up your shop and dominate in 2025, then you're in the right place. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on four unsaturated digital product niches that are killing it on Etsy right now. And you'll definitely want to watch the entire video because one of the niches I'm sharing is making over 23K a month. And to help you ensure that your listings are optimized when you add them to your shop, I created a free checklist for you that will ensure that you are using the best practices to have your listings have the best chance of being seen. If you would like your free copy, go ahead and leave the word checklist below in the comments, and I'll make sure I get that over to you. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Danya, and I became a top 2% seller on Etsy in just 5 months after relaunching my digital download shop. And I did that by really honing in and focusing on those low competition, highly searched niches that we'll be going over in today's video. And before we begin, I'll be using Everbee to conduct my research. I love how Everbee has helped me identify those new and upcoming unsaturated trends before they blew up. I became an early adopter. I was one of the first ones to hop on a trend, and that has taken my shop to another level in a very short period of time. So if you want to try Everbee for free, I do have a link below in the description for you. Okay, I've talked enough. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Righty, and for number one, we have digital invitations. I'm going to work my way down page one and confirm and validate the market that digital invitations would be a niche that is in demand, and I can tell right away by the popular now badges. Right away, we're coming up on those. And then I have a bestseller badge. I have two. This is really confirming that the digital invitation niche is very popular and in demand. We know that we do need to niche it down if we want to have a chance of getting those orders and standing out amongst the crowd. So now I'm going to go to the keyword research tool from Everbee. And we can see here that we have nearly 1,400 searches a month, which in theory would be a really healthy search volume. However, the competition is over 750,000. And that is why we have a zero keyword score from Everbee, because although we have a pretty good search volume, the amount of competition wouldn't really be worth it. But that is why I'm going to show you a more niched down digital invitation and how that seller has figured it out and how they are killing it in their shop with this listing. Okay, and I have it pulled up, and right away on the top left, we can see that we have a bestseller badge. Now I want to quickly look at this particular listing. We're not going to copy, but we can draw inspiration. They have a digital birthday dinner digital invitation. I worded that pretty poorly, but it's a digital invitation for a birthday dinner, and they tailored it to the birthday girl. I like that they have the Cash App, the Venmo with the QR code, and I really do like the color theme that they use, more like a rose gold, very pretty, very feminine, and that'll appeal to a lot of people. And currently, this listing is in over 20 carts, so it's doing very, very well. Now, analyzing the listing, we can see that we have an 11-month-old listing. In the 11-month period, it has made nearly 1,500 orders. This month alone, it is earning the shop owner $941. And in this month alone, it is nearing 300 orders. And although $941 may not feel like a lot, keep in mind this is only one listing. What if the shop owner has multiple of these types in their shop that are doing well? They can have 5 listings performing at this level or better, and they're easily making over 5 grand a month. So you want to put it into that kind of perspective. Pulling up the tags on this particular listing, I found to be rather interesting because when I'm doing my product and my market research, I'm looking for tags that are a lot higher than 20, because a 20 keyword score is not a high keyword score. It wouldn't be something that I would really consider using. However, coupled with the uniqueness of the design, how niched down it is, a digital invitation that can be text for the birthday girl, a 30-year-old birthday party, rose gold, very luxurious type of a theme, I can tell why the listing is doing well. But it also goes to show that although your titles and your tags are incredibly important, you want to be able to identify and be able to not get too caught up on everything being perfect, because this seller is doing a great job, but their SEO is not that great. But the design speaks for itself. So kudos to them. None of their tags are high, and they're in fact 0 keyword score, 10 keyword score, and then only one high but not high keyword score of 20, which is smartphone invite, 387 monthly searches, 18,000 competition, and again a keyword score of 20. So I hope this shows that you don't have to do what I did in the beginning and obsess over every little detail being perfect. You want to do things that are going to get your business moving forward, not hold you back. Moving on to number 2, we have budget trackers. And just like number 1, we're going to work our way down page 1 just to make sure that this particular niche is a niche that has demand. And as in the prior example, we have a lot of popular now badges, and we have more popular now badges. We can clearly see that budget trackers is a high in demand niche. Let's pull up the keyword research and get a bit more information. Now we have over 2,500 monthly searches, but we have over 96,000 competition, which is a lot. We do have a better keyword score of 30, which I can appreciate, but I think if you're new to Etsy or your shop is struggling, I wouldn't recommend pursuing anything with nearly 100K competition. But we know we can definitely niche it down, and I'll show you the listing I found. And by the way, one of my next upcoming videos is me breaking down my entire process of how I find these niches that are killing it on the platform. So definitely make sure you are a sub to the channel, and you definitely don't want to miss that one. That one is coming up either the next video or the video after that. So stay tuned. And this will be the listing that I found. It's an ultimate budget planner, ultimate budget tracker. Pulling up the analytics on the listing, we can tell here that we only have a 3-month-old listing. It's very, very new. And in the 3-month period, it has 548 orders, bringing in a monthly revenue of over $4,400. This month alone, it has had 186 orders. Completely impressive. And this seller making the $4,400 a month, what if they have 3 of these types of listings performing at that level in their shop? That's over $12,000 a month just from 3 listings. So you don't have to expect everything you put in your shop to take off, but if you can get a good handful that are doing it at this level, you can only imagine how your life can change. So great job to this shop owner. That is impressive. And it's only a 3-month-old listing, brand new. Pulling up the tags they have, we have 3 high keyword scores right away, which is really cool. We have bi-weekly budget with 1,100 monthly searches, only 4,100 competition, and a high keyword score of 290. I really like how Everbee will differentiate when they consider it to be a high keyword score. That should be something that gets your attention. Number 2, we have Google Sheets budget with over 1,500 monthly searches, 12,000 competition, and a high keyword score of 120. Third, we have annual budget with over 600 monthly searches, only 5,800 competition, and a high keyword score of 110. Incredible. These are all great. What I do find really cool though is this seller has really nailed it down, which is why I believe their listing has done so well in a short period of time. Look at the other keywords they have that have high keyword scores. I was asked in a recent video of very similar to this one of what will be considered a high keyword score, what will be considered low, and so forth. When you're looking at numbers of 90, that is a high keyword score. When you're looking at numbers of 60, that is also a high keyword score. But a rule of thumb that I like to keep in mind, and it's okay to bend from the rules, it's fine, but just to keep in mind, is look at the amount of competition and think about where your shop is. If your shop is new or you're having a hard time getting orders, even though it may be a high keyword score, look at the competition and the monthly search volume too, just to make sure and make an informed decision that that would be something that would work for your shop. If you're new or struggling, I don't recommend going over 15 to 20,000 competition. The lower the competition, the better. But in that same vein, take a chance and maybe use one tag that has over the recommended 15 to 20,000 competition and see what happens. But it's important that when you're listing your items in your shop that you have some tags and keywords that don't have high competition. Moving down, we have really high keyword scores. And even to me, I would consider 30 on the lower side. When you couple it with a great product that adds value, that can solve a problem, and you have all these other strong keywords, I would definitely look into using those 30 keyword score words as well, because the entire package is strong. You have a great product that is clearly in demand. You have strong SEO and you have good titles and tags. So combine all that together, you could get away with using a 30 keyword score because you have so many other higher keyword scores. Okay, and moving on to number 3, we have wall art. If you know by now, I love wall art and there's so much you can do with it. And so I know for a fact that wall art is in high demand, and that is a niche or a digital product rather, I would definitely be thinking about tapping into. Moving down on page 1, again, repeating the same process. We're looking for the popular now badges. We're looking for the bestseller badges. We're looking for confirmation and validation that the wall art niche is in demand, and we can tell from here that it is definitely in demand. Let's pull up the keyword research tool, and we see here that we have nearly 9,000 monthly searches, which is a lot. However, we have 18.4 million competition, and that is why Everbee shows a keyword score of 0. There's so much competition on this one, but just because something has a lot of competition doesn't mean that you don't have a chance. We just have to niche it down a bit. So I'm going to show you the listing I found. And here we have it. We have a bestseller badge. This one is a bundle and it is a large bundle, but I don't want you to feel like you have to create a ton of items to put in a bundle before you can really do well in your shop. You can't. I do offer bundles in my shop, but I only do about 4 to 12 items per bundle. This one in particular has 4,800 items in it. You do not have to do that. You determine how many items you want to have in your bundle and you take it from there. If the designs are good enough and there's a demand, people will buy them. So don't think that you have to have 5,000 items in your bundle. You don't. Going over to the listing analytics, we have a 9-month-old listing. In the 9-month period, it has made 3,900 orders. That is out of control. I love it. And this month alone, it has brought this shop owner over $9,600 from one listing. Again, what if they have 3 or 4 of these types of listings performing at that level? Etsy can truly change your life. And I believe in you guys and that you can achieve the same result. It does just take some work and some research and testing, but one listing earning $9,600 a month, think about what that could do for your life. This month alone, it has 565 orders in a 1-month period. Absolutely killing it. And I think this is very encouraging and very inspiring about what could be done on Etsy. Okay, and now that we have the tags pulled up, we have pretty decent keywords here. Number 1, we have maximalist gallery with over 1,500 monthly searches, 14,000 competition, and a high keyword score of 100. That would be a style or an aesthetic I think I'd want to look into a little bit further because there's clearly a demand for it, not much competition, and the keyword score is very strong. Up next, we have eclectic gallery set, 2,200 searches a month, 24,000 competition, and a keyword score of 90, which is really high. I know that the competition may look to be a little bit more intimidating, but I would still think about using that tag in my listing. If I were to do a listing similar to this one, eclectic, that is a vibe, that is a style, that is an aesthetic that I would think about looking into a little bit further. And then we have eclectic gallery, 2,200 monthly searches, 58,000 competition, and a 40 keyword score. 40 is pretty decent when it comes to ranking the keyword scores, but ultimately you'll come to your own conclusion about what you think would be a good keyword score. I do like to use the clues from Everbee, how number one, a high keyword score of 100. 40 is a decent keyword score, but it has 58,000 competition. So you would just use your judgment if you felt comfortable giving it a shot. But you never know until you try. It's kind of my attitude. I think a good idea would be to have a combination of higher competition and lower competition tags. And finally, we have crochet patterns. We want to work our way, as per usual, down page one, just to make sure that we do have a niche that is in demand, and we're hit pretty much right away with the popular now badges. We're getting our confirmation and validation that this will be a niche to look into a bit further. Let's make our way over to the keyword research tool, and we can see here that we have nearly 8,000 monthly searches, but we have over 500,000 competition with a low keyword score of 10. Great search volume, a lot of competition, but I'm going to show you the listing I found. And here we have it. I'm going to go right to the listing analytics on this one. We have a 2-month-old listing. In the 2-month period, it has had over 4,600 orders. This month alone, it has earned this shop owner $23,316 from one listing. And this month alone, it has had over 2,300 orders. Brand new listing, more than likely changing the shop owner's life, $23K a month. And something I do want to bring up is this is a crochet pattern. Not all of us know how to crochet or even create the pattern in a PDF format, and that is okay. This is just to inspire you that one listing can have this potential. So don't get discouraged because you may not know how to knit, how to crochet, or anything like that. I don't either. But I can see the potential of earning 23K a month on one listing. I'm going to go and take that motivation to the niches that I'm currently in. And I'm going to remember that I'm only one listing away from having something like this happen in my shop. And that can be the same for you too. I hope you found the video helpful. Don't forget to leave a comment below with the word checklist if you want me to send you over that listing optimization guide to just make sure that your listings are going to be on the right track when you add them to your shop. And if there's a niche that you want me to look into further for a future video, go ahead and let me know below, because I do really like this nerding out part of finding really cool trending items and niches. And don't forget that one of my next videos will be me showing you my entire process about how I use Everbee to find these low competition, highly searched niches. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure that you are sub to the channel and that you have your notifications on. And if you're looking for even more unsaturated digital product ideas, go ahead and check out the video on your screen now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.